Good morning guys, Raga. Another beautiful day here in Phnom Penh City. I'm on Sihanouk Boulevard, which is the main thoroughfare in Phnom Penh City, and that's my hotel behind the temple. That's my hotel, the skyscraper there. And Sihanouk Boulevard is home also to the magnificent Independence Monument, amongst many other beautiful sights here on Sihanouk Boulevard. It's amazing how sometimes the streets, you can manage to cross the street without any traffic, and maybe half a minute later, 10 seconds later, it's swamped in motorbikes and cars. The Independence Monument. This beautiful country of Cambodia got its independence from France in 1953, I think I'm right there. And that monument represents that Cambodia taking back their own country. It also represents all that lost their lives in Cambodia due to war and the regime. So what a special monument, and you really feel it standing here in front of it. It was Chinese New Year's Eve last night here in Phnom Penh, and for the whole of Southeast Asia and the whole of China. And it was fascinating because yesterday morning when I was out with Chetla, as you passed all any shop front, restaurant front, business premise around the city, the owners and you could just see people lighting steel buckets, burning paper in steel buckets. And I asked Chetla, has that got to do with the Chinese New Year coming? And he said, yeah. He said they're burning paper in the buckets in order to attract a prosperous new year, a healthy new year, and good luck. But every place was doing it. So, you know, that was really interesting to see, and really nice to see. And later on in the evening, I got a text off Chetla inviting me out to his house. He said he'd come in and collect me and come out and eat with the family for New Year's Eve. And I only got the text late, so I thanked him and told him, you know, I'm in the hotel, but thank you so much. And again, that's another example of the hospitality and warmness and welcomeness I've got from my time here in Cambodia. Also, the family in Siem Reap that I stayed with, the hotel for 4 nights, every night they invited me to their table. And one night I went down and I asked one of the staff, is the restaurant still open, because it was kind of late? And he said, oh, I'm sorry, it's closed. But another member of staff heard me ask, and I was sitting out the front having a cigarette and a can of beer, and that staff member was cooking his own dinner quietly in the kitchen. I didn't know that. But suddenly he appeared at the table with 2 plates of food and dishes and the starters, and asked me could he join me and would I eat with him. And I was really moved, like, you know what I mean? When does that happen, you know what I mean? So that's just typical of the warm-heartedness that I have found that Cambodians are. So yeah, absolutely lovely, like. So the celebrations, New Year celebrations, go on for 3 days in total. And last night I was on the balcony at midnight with the camera ready to go, thinking, oh, the bells will strike 12 and the place will go mad and there'll be fireworks. But no, it doesn't work like that in this side of the world, you know what I mean? So yeah, beautiful, man. King Sihanouk. It's such an impressive boulevard. Today's temperatures 35 degrees. Traffic and crossing the road, I think throughout Southeast Asia, is just all about, it's a combined effort by everybody in patience and timing, but it works. It was amazing and inspiring meeting Tierra, the man on the tuk-tuk outside S21, who pulled up alongside me and was asking me where I was from, and when I said Ireland, he was speaking the couple of fuckle, and you know, a lovely fella, and we talked just for a couple of minutes, and he just briefly gave me a bit of his life story, like, and another survivor of very hard times indeed, an amazing chap. And at the end, I thought I heard him say, what is the Irish for Orgun? I didn't hear him say congratulations. It was only when I was watching the footage afterwards I saw it, and I said Gurmila Magad. But Orgun primarily means thank you. So he gave me a car's card, WhatsApp number, an email, and I'm going to hang on to it because I think he's a fascinating guy. But I'm going to write to him and explain to him that Gurmila Magad means thank you, just to encourage his speaking of the Irish language and not to leave him misguided, I suppose you could say. But what a lovely fellow. And as soon as I heard the Kupla Fuckle out of his mouth and how well he spoke them, it just blew me away, like. But a really nice man. I'm going to write to Thierry and tell him that Cowardis means congratulations. Asquega. Look at the lads down there in the river, net fishing, in the Mekong River. And I'm talking about the two boys down on the left. Oh, that's so cute, man. Oh, that's so cute. Do you like the motorbike? Oh, hey, bye, man. This is my Sihanouk family. I love these guys. My Sihanouk family. I love these guys.